Good afternoon, everyone. This is Steve with Real Progressives. And for those of you who haven't seen this yet, the ultimate neocon, Paul Wolfowitz, the architect behind the Iraq War, the chief architect of projecting American exceptionalism around the globe, the guy who lives and dies on the American military, Paul Wolfowitz, has now come out and said that he's got to endorse, he's likely to vote for Hillary Clinton because he's so concerned about Donald Trump. And you would think, well, he's concerned about Donald Trump because he's a bigot, or he's concerned about Donald Trump because of whatever. No, he's concerned about Donald Trump because Donald Trump doesn't believe. I almost can't even say it. He's worried about Donald Trump because Donald Trump doesn't believe in interventionist wars and nation building. What the hell, man? So Wolfowitz is putting his money behind Hillary Clinton. So Bob Kagan, now Wolfowitz. I mean, the list of these neocons coming out of the woodworks to support Hillary Clinton should be all you need to know about what this administration would be about, will be about, if you don't get out there and block this thing. But Paul Wolfowitz, I mean, when I was a Republican years ago, Paul Wolfowitz made me a little twitchy. Paul Wolfowitz is the guy. He's that guy. He's that guy that would never shy away from an opportunity to flex American muscle across the globe. This is that guy that you talk about. Any of you people out there who are marginally anti-war, this guy should make your hair stand on end. And for those of us who are completely and utterly against warfare, Paul Wolfowitz, when you look up, you go, neocon, warmonger, you see a picture of this little tiny man who used to be the president of the World Bank, okay? This is a guy who is just absolutely all in for flexing American exceptionalism and via the military. Nation building, preemptive wars. He's the one that created the Bush doctrine of preemptive war. So when you guys start asking these questions, I understand that many people don't pay that much attention to this stuff, and that is a terrible, terrible shame. I'm only laughing because anyone that knows who Paul Wolfowitz is and knows how he was able to get his doctrine of exceptionalism in through the door with George W. to capitalize on W's fetishizing of Daddy's failures in his first iteration as president, okay? Any of you who know this have got to be like cringing. But could it be any more predictable? Could it be any more predictable than Wolfowitz coming out and supporting Clinton? So, if the people don't want to know the truth, if they don't want to do the digging, if they don't want to trust some guy sitting in front of his phone telling you the story, go look it up. Go look it up, man. This guy is bad news. He is like everything. I mean, everything we stand against. And he literally feels much more comfortable voting for Hillary Clinton than Donald Trump. And it has nothing to do with Donald Trump's crazy eyes or bad comb over or any failed businesses or Melania's nude photos or, any of the xenophobic or homophobic or bigoted statements he made. It 100% has to do with the fact that Donald Trump doesn't want to do interventionist nation building. Now, if I didn't tell you it was Donald Trump, if we just kept the name Donald Trump over here for a minute, and I told you that there is a candidate against the TPP and who is against interventionist wars and against nation building, you'd probably say, hey, I'm interested. Let me hear more about this candidate. I can't make it up, folks. I'm trying to take it seriously, and I just look at this and it's like the only way you get away with this charade if you've got people that are willfully ignorant. You've got to be willfully ignorant to not see this. And it's only funny to me because I see so many people out there trying to tell me how Donald Trump is the greatest evil to ever strike America. It's just not working, folks. It is not. Well, you know what? Sadly, I think it is working. If you look at the polls and you look at the way people talk, they are still repeating the same bullshit. We've got to do everything we can to block Trump. They genuinely, I swear to God, it's that D in front of people's names still gives people nostalgic feelings. Like somehow or another, they are the lesser evil because they got that D next to their name. Folks, look up Paul Wolfowitz. Please look him up. Please look up his track record. Please look up his foreign policy beliefs. Please look at how he views the Middle East and how the Middle East came to be the bloodbath it is today. These are the people that created the kind of terrorism that we have had to live through. And I'm not saying we've lived through. I've never met a terrorist that I know of. I've never had an issue with the terrorists. But I have had somebody act like a fool with a gun before, and he looked kind of weird. He had a long beard, and he was a white guy, and he said, "Let me tell you something, boy." I have seen people like that around. I've never seen a terrorist, not one of these terrorists that they're ready to blow up. That's because they're over there. They're way over. Okay? They're not affecting my daily living. And so when you look at this stuff and we destabilize these regions and we create these new terrorists, instead of sitting there just wondering what we could do differently, take a look and do some research, and you realize this doctrine, this Bush doctrine that has been carried on to Obama and is already being carried on by Hillary Clinton and just her stump speeches, going way back to her APAC speech, where I thought she was the second coming of Ronald Reagan talking Cold War logic. I mean, it's Paul Wolfowitz. And homeboy is ready to sign the dotted line for Hillary Clinton. Folks, if you support Hillary Clinton, this is on you. There's no getting around it. You own it. Strap it on. You make excuses for people voting for Hillary Clinton, you own the blood there too. If you are not fighting tooth and nail to keep her out of office, you have the blood on your hands. If you think she's the lesser evil, you have the blood on your hands. If you say anything complimentary right now during this campaign, you have the blood on your hands. I'm not joking. You're creating a situation that's going to lead to the death of many of our children and many children across the globe. It's going to be an ugly bloodbath. There's going to be a whole lot of American exceptionalism going on, spreading democracy across the globe one bomb at a time if we don't block Clinton. I'm telling you, Paul Wolfowitz isn't signing on because she's a peacenik. He's signing on because he believes she will flex the full might of the American military across the globe. That's his only concern, is American exceptionalism. You sign up for it, you are a murderer by proxy. That's right. That's right. This is Steve with Real Progressives, hoping you choose peace and vote for Jill Stein. The lesser of two evils? No, the greater good. Have a great day.